Hello everyone, welcome to the Scumdogs Kennel. I'm your host, Chris Williams, and in today's Cryptid Corner mini-episode, today I have even more strange stories to read to you all the day, folks. In the first encounter, we have another time slip, this time in Arizona, and I have another encounter with a dog man, this time on a full moon. Let's get into the first story, folks. Time slip encounter at an abandoned gas station near Tucson, Arizona in 2015, and hear what exactly the witness experienced. Let's get into the article now by reading the opening. In early April 2015, while traveling through southern Arizona, a routine drive turned into a profoundly unsettling experience that defied logic and chronology. What appeared to be a modern gas station stop became something far stranger, raising questions about time, displacement, altered perception, and reality itself. Similar accounts have surfaced across the American Southwest, making this report particularly significant. In early April 2015, I was in Tucson, Arizona, looking for new places because I was planning to move. After spending most of the day exploring, I stopped at a gas station to fill up my tank and grab a Coke for the ride home. To my surprise, I discovered that Interstate 10, the main highway back, was mainly closed due to an accident. This forced me to take a longer alternate route. As I drove along the old back roads, I encountered heavy traffic, which slowed my progress. I hadn't anticipated how much gas I would use with all the stop and go driving, and soon enough I found myself needing to stop for gas again. About halfway home, I pulled into a gas station that seemed brand new, a mobile station at the time. I didn't think much of it since it was late and I urgently needed gas. As soon as I parked, a man came out and asked what I needed. I was taken aback because I hadn't seen a gas attendant in over 20 years and was confused at first. I attempted to explain that I could pump my own gas, but he insisted on helping me. After a moment, I asked him where the bathroom was because the Coke was starting to hit me. I entered the bathroom and I was struck by how old everything looked inside. I quickly took care of business, but when I walked out, I was utterly shocked. The entire station was dark. The only illumination came from passing cars, and the place appeared to be in ruins. My car was parked next to what was left of an old gas pump that seemed like it shouldn't even work. Feeling bewildered, I got back into my car, which was running fine. Oddly enough, when I looked at my gas gauge, I saw that I had over half of a tank of gas if that place was abandoned, and I had nearly run out of gas when I pulled in. How did I suddenly have fuel? Later, I discovered that no mobile station had been in that area for over 30 years, so what on earth happened? I have no idea. Jay. There's also some commentary notes. This account exhibits multiple classic time slip indicators, including environmental discontinuity, interaction with an anachronistic human figure, and a sudden reversion of their surroundings upon re-emergence from an enclosed space. The witness reports confusion rather than fear, a typical emotional response in temporal anomaly cases. The unexplained replenishment of fuel mirrors other reports in which physical resources appear altered after the event. Theories range from a localized time displacement or residual place memory to a brief intersection with an alternate timeline. The Southwest has a long history of similar reports involving vanished buildings, ghost service stations, and retro attendants, suggesting a recurring pattern rather than an isolated psychological or physiological episode. So, what are we to make of this account, folks? Is time very moldable like this? Can we slip into the past and even basically take things from the past into the future, and these crossings happen naturally? Or maybe there was some other phenomenon and this man was sent back in time. Perhaps maybe the government was doing something and maybe this man was the victim of it? Or maybe there's some other phenomena like an interdimensional crossing as well, folks, where this guy somehow crossed over into an alternate timeline which was set back perhaps in the 80s? We don't know. All we know is that more and more of these accounts are happening, folks. Either way, let's move on to the next article now. Upright cryptid canine observed at pond near West Center County, Pennsylvania, Orchids during August 2015 full moon. And read the female witness's account of this bizarre Indy, folks. I mean, it was under a full moon and she saw a werewolf. Was it also wearing a flannel shirt and jeans? Let's read on and find out by reading the opening of this article and getting into the full story. In August 2015, a Western Center County, Pennsylvania resident witnessed an unusual upright canine figure under a bright full moon standing motionless at the edge of a pond on her property. The encounter, later relayed directly to investigator Butch Witowski, presents several rare characteristics that align with only a handful of known upright canine reports in the region. What the witness observed did not behave like a normal animal, and stillness, posture and form raises questions that continue to surface in other Pennsylvania cases. Butch Witowski received a face-to-face upright canine witness report while in Farmington, Pennsylvania. This report was presented by a married couple who live in Western Center County, Pennsylvania. In August of 2015, the woman was standing inside her home looking out at a bright, complete, or close to full moon when she saw a large canine-looking creature standing at the edge of a pond approximately 25 yards away, just staring at the pond. It was upright with a short snout and short pointed ears. It had what appeared to be narrow, flat feet. The only movement noticed was a tail swishing back and forth. She watched it for about 10 minutes and did not move, still staring into the pond on the property, which was, has apple orchards, folks, and is close to State Game Lands 33 and 176. The creature was standing sideways to her, so she only saw a side profile. Her husband also advised that their 1-year-old bulldog go out the next day and squirt all the tires on their vehicles to mark his territory. He's never done that ever. She was sure the full moon was at the end of the month, but didn't remember the date. Note, a moon phase check for August 2015 reveals a full moon on August 29th and 30th. She estimates the creature's height at 8 feet. Butch. That was Butch Witowski's report, folks. There's also a note, so let's read that as well. The only other description of a short-snouted creature was the November 6, 2014 report, the 2-dog incident at SGL 331. So, people have seen this particular cryptid dogman before, folks, so very interesting. There's also some commentary. Let's read that now. Pattern indicators. This report features several recurring upright canine markers observed in Pennsylvania cases, including full or near full moon timing, proximity to state game lands and agricultural land bordering wooded areas. The extended observation duration of approximately 10 minutes without aggressive movement is notable. Let's read the next point of interest. Witness reaction. The witness remained calm enough to observe fine details including posture, ear shape, tail movement, and foot structure. This suggests an apparent sustained visual misidentification rather than a fleeting or panic-driven misidentification. Well, that's an odd way to put it, folks. Basically, the article is saying that she misidentified the creature that she was watching. I mean, she didn't know what it was, but she did basically give out very good details of what she saw. So I wouldn't call it a misidentification, but it was certainly better, I will say, than basically if she only called it only for a few moments, right, folks? Either way, we can talk more about that after we finish off the article. Animal behavioral response. The bulldog's unexplained territorial marking behavior the following day may indicate lingering scent or perceived intrusion. Similar domestic animal reactions have been reported in other upright canine encounters. Indeed, folks, animals have acted oddly with other cryptid entities, especially with Dogman and with UFO encounters as well. Now, let's read this next part, folks. Comparative cases. The short snout description is rare. The only closely matching account on record is the November 6, 2014 2-dog incident at State Game Lands 331. This similarity strengthens the possibility of a specific subtype or recurring entity pattern within central Pennsylvania. Indeed, folks, maybe there are several different variants of Dogman, like this short-snouted Dogman variety. There have been other accounts as well, some basically looking like, bulldogs I've heard about. At least I think so, folks. Others looking like other types of dogs. Either way, very strange so far, folks. Now there's possible origins. Let's read that now as well. While a flesh and blood cryptid remains one hypothesis, the prolonged stillness, lack of natural feeding behavior, and moon-related timing suggest alternate models, including ultra-terrestrial or interdimensional presence operating within environmental windows. Indeed, folks, this entity was under a full moon. It was behaving, like basically a person just looking at the pond, enjoying their time there, folks. But it was still under a full moon, so maybe that's relevant as well, folks, because, if you believe in the Hollywood legend of, werewolves, or basically Hollywood werewolves, folks, the full moon allows these entities to basically, transform from human to dog form, right? So, is that relevant to this? I don't know, but maybe it is an ultra-terrestrial entity that we're talking about here, folks. Either way, very interesting, but we're at the end, so please go subscribe to my YouTube channel. Read comics, they're bad for you. You can use the YouTube link down below in the descriptions of the chat to go subscribe to me. Hit that like button for me. Make sure you're still subscribed. Leave some comments down below. Hit that bell for notifications. Make sure to hit the part of the bell that give you all future notifications, and please share this video out. I'm Chris Williams from the Scumdogs Kennel. Thank you all for joining me. I'll be back again tomorrow with another great video, so be sure to come back again then. Till next time, folks, I'll see you all again soon.